It's now 2 days since the Chorley GP, 2 days since my crash. If you don't know about that, go back and watch my previous video. I pretty much took yesterday off everything. I didn't film a vlog, and I just wanted to like rest up as much as I possibly can. My backside, and specifically my tailbone, my coccyx, was in quite a lot of pain. It doesn't feel like anything more than bone bruising today. Like the pain's gone down a lot today. Tomorrow we've got this like mini crazy heat wave coming in. It's going to be like 22 degrees. Today it's about 15 degrees. I mean, a couple of days ago I was riding around in 4 or 5 degrees, and tomorrow it's going to be 22, which is pretty insane. But anyway, I haven't like looked at my bike or touched my bike at all since I crashed it. As I mentioned in my last video, the mechanic had a quick look over it and he didn't seem to find any problems. But right now, before I kit up and head out training, I want to have a quick look at it myself and give it a quick once over to make sure everything's in order. As I talked about in my video yesterday or 2 days ago, I crashed at like 36 miles an hour over the handlebars, so it could well have sustained a little bit of damage. The only things that I can find is a little bit of cosmetic damage to both the hoods on that side and also there. Because I went over the handlebars of the front of the bike, took the majority of the impact. But yeah, nice one. Colnago C60. Alright, so it is the following day now. Yesterday, after I filmed that last clip, I jumped on my bike and realised that like my tailbone or my coccyx was still very, very sore. I decided to go to the hospital in the hope that they would give me an x-ray and sort of be able to tell me a little bit more about if I've done any damage. They wouldn't x-ray it for a couple of reasons. The first was because with your coccyx bone, whether you've like bruised it badly or whether you fractured it or cracked it, there's not a lot they can do. The only recovery method is rest and like to let it heal itself. They can't do anything for it. And the second reason is because of that first reason, they don't want to expose you to any unnecessary radiation. I think that's what she said anyway. So yeah, in a nutshell, when I got on my bike yesterday and started trying to pedal at like zone 2, my coccyx was in a lot of pain, just like an ache more than anything. The nurse said I could ride as long as I wasn't putting it in any pain. So later on in the afternoon, I jumped on my turbo trainer, if you saw on Strava, and I just did a ride at like 150 watts because yesterday anyway, I don't know if it's going to be the same today, but yesterday my limit was 150. Anything over that, I was in pain, so I just kept a lid on it, did 1 hour at 150 watts. I mean, it's better than nothing. And because of this injury, we made the decision that I wasn't going to do the Rutland Siskel Classic this weekend. I'm not going to be lining up on the start line with the rest of the St. Piran boys for that race. And like honestly, I'm a bit gutted about that. At the start of this season, I set out a few races that I wanted to like be going well for, and the Rutland Classic was one of them. The Rutland Classic is a UCI race here in the UK that goes over multiple like cobble sections, dirt roads, and I thought that like that would have sort of suited my background in BMX racing. I've got that like bike handling skills. I'm used to riding over dirt and stuff, and it's just a race that like, it's just an iconic race here in the UK that I really wanted to do this year. And now that with St. Piran, I've got the opportunity to do it, and we've been injured now and crashing at the weekend. That opportunity's been taken away from me this year at least, and at the minute I'm just a little bit gutted about that. It feels like at this current moment in time that I'm taking 1 step forward and 2 steps back. I mean, I must be paying for some bad karma somewhere, because I'm going to do my best to keep somewhat positive and hopefully we can bounce back from this. Today it's 19 degrees. It's going to be my first ride in short sleeves. Let's just go and ride our bike. I'm out on the bike now. I'm going to try and keep things positive and upbeat. I'm not a negative person. Things could be a lot worse for me, and you know, my situation really isn't that bad in the grand scheme of things. Today's plan is I'm just to ride my bike and do whatever my body allows me to. You know, I'm just going to ride around easy. I know like the severity or the potential severity that like a bone injury can have, like if I train on it and sort of push it, especially if there is a hairline fracture there. Let me just sort that helmet out a little bit. The nurse said that like depending on how bad it is, it could take up to 6 weeks to heal. I'm also optimistic that it's not going to be 6 weeks. I reckon it's going to be painful for about a week, and then I'm going to be fine. And even though me and my team decided that it was best I sit out Rutland this weekend, I am still going to go down and help out with the bottles and sit in the team car and hopefully produce a decent video from it. So if any of you guys are going down to watch, I will still be there. Feel free to come and say hi.
I've been telling lies about something real, but I know know love is based on honesty.
I was about to pull the camera out then and say how warm it is today, but also how windy it is today. But I had to stop myself, like I can't complain. On a day like today, the sun has even come out now. And I mean, yeah, it's windy, it's a little bit windy. It's a little bit windy, but I'm not complaining about the wind. I'm just thankful that it's not raining and I'm out in my shorts and jersey. Been riding around, rolling around now for about 1 hour, 30 minutes. Coffee time.
Knowing that it's not just you, it's me. 'Cause I was made to be free. I am made to be free.
I returned home from my ride to a parcel waiting at the door from Sigma Sport. In a video a few days ago, I talked about why I was changing my power meter, why I was going from power tap pedals to a crank-based power meter. I feel like my reasons were more than justified, and you guys seem to have agreed with that. And today, I have just taken delivery of my new power meter, which is the brand new Quark D0 crank-based power meter. These power meters don't come with chain rings. You can get a whole host of different chain rings depending on the group set that you're using. I threw you off in the vlog by showing you my rotor chain rings. Everyone just assumed I was getting a rotor power meter, but I in fact bought a Quark. I'm just going to use rotor rings because they work with Campag 11 speed. But I can't put this on my bike right at this second because I made a little bit of an error. I ordered some 110 BCD chain rings, which is the width between the bolts, and my power meter, this is a 130 BCD. So yeah, I've got to change my chain rings. What an idiot. I'm also changing from 175mm cranks down to 172.5. It seems to be the norm nowadays, so I just thought I'd try it. Now, I wasn't sent this power meter. I paid full retail price from Sigma Sport, which was, as you can see, £690. I've heard a lot of positive reviews for the new Quark D0 power meters, so expect a fully comprehensive, unbiased review in the near future.
So since I got back from my ride, I haven't really done an awful lot. I've just been resting. At the minute, like, that's what my body needs, just rest. But I got so bored sat at home, and it's like 22, 23 degrees outside now. So I brought these two out on the walk. These two. I decided to be a little bit proactive yesterday after I fell off my bike on Sunday and book into the physio as soon as possible. So I managed to get a cancellation appointment this afternoon. I'm about to go there now, and I'm hoping that our physio can tell me a little bit more about what I've done, how long it's going to take to get better, and all of that good stuff. Well, bad, it's not good, is it? It's not good at all.
The physio's opinion was that I haven't done too much damage to my coccyx, and within a matter of days I should be back on my bike, able to train properly 100%. Obviously that's really good news, I'm happy about that. Thanks for watching today's video, and I'll see you tomorrow.
Been thinking about myself and myself only. I've been like that since I was a kid.